Blessed be your holy name, Chukwu Okuka Abiyama, Abba Father, my Lord and my God. We stand upon your word, O Lord, in concluding this prayer. In Isaiah 44:26, that you confirmed the words of your servant and you performed the counseling of your messenger, that he will pray that you have answered us, O Lord. In the beautiful name of your beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Our great Biafrans, we must continue to press on. We must continue to press on. As I continue to tell you, don't hope in Nigeria. Nothing good comes out of Nigeria. Nothing good is going to come out. The earlier you understand, agree with what we are telling you, the better for you. To destroy Nigeria, to burn it down. That is it. The earlier you make up your mind to fight the criminals that are behind the scene, working against things, the earlier, the better for you. I listened to one interview granted to Olisaba Koba San. Yes, Olisaba Koba. There is a word he used there. He said that Escobar Tinubu should crush. And why he's saying it, say it's a rough word, but let him speak it. Because you will see that even to some certain levels of certain calibers of the zoologians are feeling it. How much more you, ordinary zoologians? That man to come on national television and say Escobar should crush. There are criminals, gang up in the political circle that are eating up Zoological Republic dry. They don't care about your cry. They don't care. Escobar himself is one of them. Forget about he's in the seat now trying to be angel. Escobar is trying to be angel. But it's not going to work. Because if he move beyond his limit, they will execute him. Because it's once upon a time among them. The name of Escobar is among the name that the UAE sent to Abubakar Malami. They don't found terrorism in Nigeria as is a terrorism. No. They put that money into as a kind of offering, a kind of giving foundation, supporting a foundation somebody opened to help Alamajiris and all those things. That is how they pump money into those kind of foundations. Then through that account, the money will be disbursed to the bokos, to the harams, to the bandits, whatever you call them. The money will be disbursed to them. That is how they finance terrorism in the Zoological Republic, if you don't know. So nothing will work in Nigeria, please. Don't hope. Don't die of hoping. The earlier you begin to do something, the better for you. That's why I love IPOB. Our own is we are talking, we are doing. Yes, we at least we show something we want to do, practicing it, trying on it. It's not for you to sit one place and be hoping that things they will not go work. And when there is no any miracle when they say Farumaka, wallahi nagiamaka. Wallahi nagiamaki haji about nothing until you fight. Starting from the north, you take gun, be shooting all your Abubakars. I will continue to tell you, black men. I will continue to tell you this, and you continue to listen. Even that's why I don't like your like. I don't want you to like me, and I don't care. But I'll continue to speak to you, and you continue to listen because every time you are here, and I'll continue to tell you this thing because it will enter. It is you that will revolt, kill these criminals. kill these criminals for things to happen for you. That's all. No politician will help you. In this corrupt system, no politicians. Everything is evil. Let's take this news. This one is from Enugu State. Medical doctor in Enugu State is set to commence indefinite strike over insecurity, shortage of personnel. In Enugu that we saw Peter Mba flexing muscle against IPOB. Peter Mba, now this insecurity in Enugu, is it type of people? Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, your medical doctor are trying to go not on payment to insecurity in Enugu State, but at the early stage of your administration, you were flexing muscle on crush IPOB, this and that. Where is your 82 division? And what's the name of this man? I don't know whether he's still there, the naval base man or whatever, the one from Enugu State that Escobar promoted. And I remember his interview or whatever. He said they will bring a security, whatever, in Enugu. All these things. But insecurity is still, Fulani are still destroying things. Fulani are still killing people. Peter Mba, what are you doing? But if you hear that there is an IPOB gathering somewhere, you take your mad dog. That is why I, Nwachineke, will continue to propagate the execution of every Igbo politician. Agebuono. Peter Mba, you use the blood of IPOB members to lay your foundation, to clean your seat in that office. On 29th of May, you sent some mad dogs. They went and executed our brothers in a town hall where they are preparing on eve to our 30th May celebration. People who died for you idiots that you refused to honor. You sent some, they killed them. Took the ones they took up to today, no account of that. Talk less then from there you start killing and killing everywhere. But now, in the same Enugu State, you are flexing muscle. This is a national news coming that your doctors are threatening to go on strike because you could not provide any security for them. You are a shame, you are an evil, you are an idiot, and you need to go down. You need to go down. According to my own theory, Nwachineke's theory, no Igbo politician should be expelled. I am telling you the gospel truth. To the core, and I will continue it. And if God makes me to be in the position, liar, because the blood of the innocent you have shed is too much. Look at what is happening in Enugu State, where Peter Mba, who flexed muscle over us at the beginning of his tenure. The insecurity is there. Listen, Association of the Residence Doctors, ARD, of Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESUT, Teaching Hospital, ESUT Parkland, has declared an indefinite strike over abnormal shortage of doctor, insecurity, and poor sponsorship of the residence program. Doctors announced this in a communique issued on Monday after the end of the emergency general meeting held in the hospital Enugu held on Saturday. The strike, according to the communique, would commence on January 31st, 2024, after the 7 weeks grace in which is earlier tells a series of notification to ultimatum to the Enugu state government to do the needful and meet his demand failed. What is the governor doing if all this number of days he could not do anything over the demand of medical doctors? And we know that our best are leaving the country. The best are leaving. The West is still draining our brain. It is called brain drain when the best of you goes out. From day one of Africa, they have been sucking us brain drain. Started from slavery. After slavery, they went into colonization. From colonization, they went into brain drain, which is neocolonialism. It's still happening. The natural resources goes out, human resources go, everything out of Africa because of useless politicians sitting in the seats. You have the best, but you don't know how to use it. I blame the leadership. If you don't want to be blamed, don't go to politics. Yes, If you are going to politics, make sure you implement, you do the right thing. The communique was jointly signed by President of the ARD-ASUT, Dr. Chukwunonso Ofonere, and its Secretary General, Dr. Ikemefuna Nnamani. It said that the EGM observed with regret the silence from the management of the hospital on the 14th day ultimatum issued and another 49 days of grace following the ultimatum expiration for it to meet the demand of the association. Doctors regretted that the management of ASUT Parkland and the Enugu state government has failed to declare a state of emergency on the employment of doctors and the safety and the security within the hospital. Doctors that are doing the best for you, giving you the best, saving your life. You don't care about them. Oyibo is taking them, paying them very well. Even the Oyibo now cannot study. They can't read. In England now, you hardly see an English person who will go to school till become a professor, a doctor. It's very rare. England that have Oxford and Cambridge. This Gen Z generation don't study. This millennium generation, they don't. But in Africa, we are still, and that is why they are draining us. Because at a certain time, they will have a shortage of doctors, all these workers, professionals. They'll have shortage of it. And they know we have the best. But the useless politician we have sitting on the throne are evil. They cannot understand all these things. They cannot do anything. All they want is for us to be clapping hand and praising them. I, Nwachineke, will spray you with bullets, not clapping of hand. That is my own. I will say it and I will continue to say it. The best thing is to shower you guys with bullets. Yes, you are sitting as a governor making, whenever it comes to Igbo side, obi hala that side, ndị Igbo IPOB, ha kelie kodogwu nwoke. And they will just be working hard when it comes to us. But doing what they, to prove indeed you are a leader, to implement something, nothing. If it is to demolish market now, or to increase taxation, things that will afflict our people, number one is what they are. The EGM observed that it was over 180 days since the management, through the secretary to the state government, promised the ARD of the employment of the medical officers, resident doctors, and the employment of the medical residency training fund, MRTF, and we are yet to see the employment of the new doctors. There are graduates every year coming out. No plan for them. No, it's just like you are giving birth to a baby and you are not working hard. At night, you give first one, you are not planning the money for school, feeding, pampers, milks. You need to go to show now pump her out. That is what they are doing. The schools are there to train the doctors. Every year they are graduating out. No place to be employed because they are paying school fees. People are paying school fees and government is making their money. You don't know. We go beyond. We don't follow things because school, they are making millions, hundreds of millions, or if not billions of naira yearly from institutions. So there'll be, say, this school here, you don't know, go to school, this, that. They are pushing. Because of the school fee you are paying, they are making money. It's somebody's shop. It's somebody's shop. It said that the ECGM noted that the security men placed at the gate are no longer there and direct daily assault on doctors and increased again. It has increased. While the safety of doctors and the other health workers in the hospital could not guarantee, they have pulled out the security men in their hospitals. Do you know why they pull it? Because they are having shortage of personnel. So the politicians and some businessmen, political businessmen has paid them huge amount of money, so they will pull out those guys in the gate who's supposed to safeguard the government hospital. They will go for all those assignments where Oga Pata Pata will make money. Because for you to go and say, Oga, I need about 10 boys. It's just like when a makeup for is coming down to Orifite. He will hire like 200 mopoles and the military men's. Do you know how much? He will pump millions into the account of Oga Kwan. Oga will withdraw the ones in the hospital, the one that's supposed to be in school, all those areas that are liability to him, that they are not making money. Because if a security man, if a policeman and the army man is standing in the hospital, they are not collecting money. They will not remove those ones in the road, though. No, those ones are investment for them. They are making money. But the ones that will be in a place like hospitals, schools, or wherever, all those areas that they are not collecting, they'll pull it out and give to all these criminals, and it will be protecting them. They make their money. Then they are the one behind the insecurity. They will come and be on killing people at will. This is what the government is offering to you on daily basis. And I, Nwanke Chineke, continue to tell you, zoologians, not only in Enugu, it's happening everywhere, to wake up. As wake up with AK-47, AK-49. Execute politicians, whether it's the same tribe, the same religion, they don't care. These are evil people. I will continue to tell you this because I don't like to be so diplomatic. Don't come to me and say be civil. Brother, the thing don't eat me inside bone marrow. I've been a make email gentle. What I go email like a reverend father. Brother, no, we don't want that level. Let's face it raw. Yes, the management should declare a state of emergency on the employment of doctors in the hospital. There should be an urgent approval for the recruitment of medical officers, residents, doctors, and house officers in the hospital. The recruitment should be focused especially at the accident and emergency department, surgery department, internal medicine department, pediatrics department, um, obstetrics and gynecology department, and etc. Are resident doctors that have left our institution in the past 4 years and were never replaced. Do you know those vacancies? Those places now, this their communique, the doctor's communique is saying to replace. If you go to their own register, I mean the government register, they have been employed already. That is what they call the ghost workers. That those area now, if you go there, they have budgeted for it for 2024. That so amount of people are there and they will pay them. Nobody is there, it's vacant. But if you go to the office in the real life, nobody is there. But in their book, in their offices, they have employed everybody. You understand? That is what they call the ghost workers. They put there so that every month they'll be collecting the salary and putting in their pocket and be eating. Whereby somebody who went to school for 7, 8, 9 years came out as a brand medical doctor who's supposed to engage, pour out what he has studied, what God has put in him, invest it into their people, will be roaming about the street. Or he tried to jagba, to travel abroad to go and serve the white man. And the more you go to do all those things to white men, you increase the supremacy of the white man you are fighting. You don't want the supremacy, but you are the one fueling it. As we go to diaspora, doing mineral jobs, cleaning toilets, cleaning roads, those jobs that their citizens don't want to. Oh, we praise God, we give testimony in receiving those jobs. And brother, are we not promoting their supremacy? Hmm? That is it. Our own best, our own medical doctors will go there and be serving them. As far as they give them money and good houses, they'll just stay there. Because in your own country, you are nobody. Caused by Peter Mba and co., the criminal politicians, from the Abubakars down to Okonkwo and the Mosholans and the Olanis, everywhere in the Zoological Republic, this thing is happening. Politicians are criminal, very evil, very evil. Very evil. The management should ensure implementation of safety policies to protect her workers against physical attack and kidnap by restoring the daily police and other covert security personnel deployed at the hospital. A whole government hospital don't have security personnel. Stand by. Could you imagine? In this insecurity environment, is when something happened now, distress call will be coming. What you read on newspaper, there was a distress call, and they will be waiting for a guy in Abuja to approve, knowing that this thing is a game. By the time they have finished executing before, then you see a medical doctor will fall. You see somebody who has the human resources to invest into people will be among the people that fall victim. And tomorrow you want to develop. You have to destroy your capital and you want to progress in business. How can? That is the brain of a black man. And is so much bad among the leaderships, among the political leaders. Is very bad there. And that is why the judgment have to start, just as the Bible said, that judgment will start from the house of God. You understand? The judgment we are talking about have to start from these politicians. The moment they begin to fall, I tell you, things will change automatically. The 2023 Medical Residence Training Fund, MRTF, has not been paid, and the exam bodies are closing their adverts. He said, the statement said the salary increment had not been looked into at all, even as home officers were excluded from the hardship palliative 25,000 naira given by the state governors. We are still back to where we were in 2023, or even worse, as planned. It's worse now. Even if they plan to give you 25,000 naira that time, or whatever it is, how much was a dollar then? Dollar is increasing. Is increasing. Dollar is increasing. We are still back to where we were in 2023, or even worse, plan. The way things increases, the rent, houses, living in the hospital quarters, and all those bedrooms by about 375%, 8,000 to 30,000 monthly. People are suffering. It's very bad. This will escalate the already palpable crisis, and we will be left with no other alternative but to protect the interests and the welfare of our members. January 31st, 2024 is here already, and the doctors are mobilizing for an indefinite total and maybe protracted industrial action if nothing is done. Some of these doctors now, by the time you know it, they don't japa. You will not see them in the zoo again. Oyibo will be targeting them, mostly all these Arab countries now. Arab countries now, they will see somebody, they have agent, they'll know the best of the in that issue now, that Enugu State Hospital now, they know an old doctor who can conduct a surgery successfully. They will just send an agent to who German or when now, all these Gulf countries. Now, do like a air condition, bigger 2024 model Jeep in Apia. Well, he will just forget about his people. That is it. Kwata from his salary at the end of a year, Bigo na Parais. It is your government that chased him out. You don't blame him. Would you have such a good talent allow it to die or to be frustrated to zero? That is why this revolution we are talking about need to start. You need to wake up zoologians. You need to wake up. If these people move out now, or they were not there, or bandit kills your doctors now, it is you, the poor man, that will suffer. If you have an accident on the road now, you need surgery, taxi driver cannot conduct the surgery to you. Okada man will not do it. It is a medical doctor, a qualified one, that will do it. If you are sick now, you don't know what is happening in your body, you will go there, they will have to treat you, diagnose you, and all those things. But look at their condition. Look at their condition caused by one useless idiot as a governor. In the same Enugu State, Ugwani just finished his 8 years and get away. During his time, it was killing. Remember the killing in Uzo one, the idiot traveled to Abuja to go and see Buhari. But if it is in America, if there is shootout somewhere, rather American president will go there. But this one is governor will go and meet them. They kill people in in Plateau State. Caleb Mufwang just traveled to Lagos and see Escobar. You see the brain of a black man. You see our brain. But if it is in the United States, if the president will leave the capital, maybe travel to that area to go and consolidate with the people, console them. You see our brain, see how our brain is the word, okay, the earth rotates, is it anti-clockwise? Why it revolves clockwise? As it moves clockwise, we move anti-clockwise. As it moves anti-clockwise, the brain of a black man move anti-clockwise. That is why nothing is happening to us. We follow a word that we cannot understand. That is the black man. And we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Doctors are also pleaded that the state government, led by Governor Peter Onyoshimba, in his charismatic way, should intervene in this matter to avoid untold hardship and loss of life that might occur if there is a disruption in the health care delivered in Enugu State. Nothing good will come out of Peter Mba's administration because we know how he took over. Even his NYSC and whatever saga, he have already signed the documents of the Sokoto Caliphate. If you sign it, it's just to winch hunt your people. That is the game there. Very simple. The other one killed 70. He said, no more, I will kill 150. I'll say, all right, take over. That is it. And the hardship will continue. Rochas strangled the economy of Imo State. Okebeke was coming and they asked Okebeke, you see, Rochas hold the economy for 8 years. It was only him and the Fulanese were eating this money. What can you offer? Okebeke say, yeah, don't worry. Economy will go down, then insecurity, killings, blood. They say, wow, wonderful. This is what we want. You have to cream it. You have to cream it with the blood of your people. They say, okay, go ahead. That's why Okebeke become. You cannot sit in that seat without signing the documents, the agreement of this people, and the agreement is against you. We'll be talking it. I love you call it conspiracy theory. But out of that conspiracy theories or fake news, you may say it, or wrong analysis, you'll be seeing the reality in life. On our baptism, can pro baka. So that is it. Let's take another news. This one said over 1,900 repentant Boko Haram terrorists released back into the communities. Nigerian Defense Headquarters. This one is coming from Nigerian Defense Headquarters. The same Nigerian Defense Headquarters that I discussed about Ali Kefi. You know Ali Kefi, Brigadier General Ali Kefi, who was a GOC commander that spoke out about the killing of his boss, Ibrahim Tahiru. Now, from the same defense, they are telling you how after you need to be in the community. Then it's like NYSC. You now move out to go for NYSC in Boko Haram's camp. They train you in Boko Haram for 1 or 2 years. After they have trained you in Boko Haram's camp, rearrange you, then they bring you back. You will be employed into Nigerian security system. That is the game. That is the game. The Nigerian Defense Headquarters Abuja has stated that no fewer than 1,000, this is 1935, 1,935 repentant Boko Haram terrorists were released from the Bulumkuntu camp in Borno State back into the Nigerian society between 2016 and 2022 after undergoing de-radicalization. That is why there are a lot of terrorist acts in the military, a lot of sabotage in the military. That is why a place like Kaduna, have you forgotten when Aerofire was there? You see, between that which year 2016 to 2022, that was why you see when they attack the defense, Kaduna NDA, Kaduna defense, they enter into the barrack, ordinary bandits, ordinary barrack. Do you know what barrack is? You just only hear barrack. The fear alone, you just hear that there is a hag somewhere, there's a lion somewhere. Only the fear of a lion will make you already melted. That is how barracks, military barracks are. Just hear, there's military barracks somewhere there. Fear will melt you, whether there is security there or not. These people were able to do what? To penetrate, do their biddings and come out as a result of pumping in Enough de-radicalize Boko Haram and repentant bandits. That is it in the Zoological Republic. This is how they got the intel to be able to put bomb into the airplane of the former defense, this thing, what's his name, Ibrahim Atahiru. The plane blew on the air, scattered the bodies, according to the report of Ali Kefi. According to his report, the body of his boat scattered. They know that they enter planted bomb. That is why they want to kill Osibanjo sometime now. Have you forgotten? That is how even the former governor during good luck, the president, the former Kaduna governor who is a Christian. That's how they killed him on with a helicopter. Have you forgotten all those stories? They are planned bombing to using this de-radicalized and repentant. They have them everywhere. They know their name. Whenever they want to execute their evil job, they use them. They are their brothers. These are the people that release bullet anyhow, tell you accidental discharge. Pump them into Igbo land everywhere. If you don't give them 100 naira on the road, they just shoot you immediately. On a spot, you are dead. That is it. That is it, brother. That is it. That's why I call them Al-Shabaabs. Nigerian Defense Headquarters Abuja has stated that the no fewer than 1953 repentant Boko Haram, why I say 1953 is 1953 terrorists were released from the Bulum Kutu camp in Borno State back into the Nigerian society between 2016 and 2022 after undergoing a de-radicalization. That was the statement, the English that Abubakar Malami used to succeed in pumping these people into the system after they have done their NYSC in Boko Haram. Zoological. The Chief Defense Staff will see this as General Christopher Musa, an idiot. This General Christopher Musa is a Christian born on 25th of December from Sokoto. And they are killing Christians. He cannot do anything. But if you say Nyamani, hey, Christopher Musa will jump up. If you say IPOB, Biafra, higher. Okelie, Okedi, Kenwoke. Okenye. But they are killing them, reducing them. My joy is that we have teeth now. We can bite. That is my joy. Even if you will defeat us, you will not go scot-free. Maka na nkịta tagburu edi na ara fọrọ ya. Ị na-aghọta? So that is my joy. Let's continue with the news. He said the defense staff of the CDS, General Christopher Musa, made this known in Abuja on Monday when he delivered a lecture titled Non-Kinetic Operation and the Nigerian Armed Force at the opening session of a national security course on psychological operation and the strategic communication, PSYOPS, organized by the Defense Intelligence Agency. They are using this non-kinetic to deceive you. They'll tell you, I remember Professor Usman, they were saying, non-kinetic. Non-kinetic. That is, de-radicalize and bringing these people into the system is that non-kinetic. You go and gather terrorists, people who have been murdering people, killing people at will. Their eyes are full of blood. They have demon in them that periodically they need to kill somebody. You pump them into the society, tell us that you have de-radicalized them, give them guns, employ them and be paying them salary, and push them towards their enemy side, which is the Igbo people, the Biafrans. And people will be falling on daily basis, telling me it is an accidental discharge. It's not going to work. That is it. Cure ED. Any other thing. Simple. The program was held with the team when in heart and mind for national cohesion and deployment. The CDS, who was represented by the Rear Admiral Duprier Matthew, Director of Training, Defense Headquarters, asserted that the military had not contemplated scrapping the non-kinetic approach as part of the effort being used to solve insecurity challenge. You see it? But in the East, our own governors will be killing us. In the east, our own, they are in the north, they use non-kinetic. In the east, they use kinetic. Non-kinetic is military who don't need to shoot gun. It's not by war. They will approach to you psychologically, beg you, drop your gun. Then you come. They will not kill you. They will not kill you. They keep you somewhere, be feeding you, telling you things, change your mind, and now give you work. That is non-kinetic. Hmm? The kinetic approach is only used in the east. Is only used in the east, in the promised land, in our land, by our people. But the non-kinetic is being used in the north. Are you seeing? Our governors are bent to this. They are connected, they are doing it, they support it, they sign it. The governors of the eastern region. That is it. That is why the military are there killing people at will. They invite a mujahideen, the mujahideen of Bayelsa State with his men, and they are killing our young people at will. Nothing like non-kinetic in Igbo land. They don't. Nothing like non-kinetic. In Igbo land, it is kinetic. Hey, brother, we need to prepare. Brother, we don't need even the non-kinetic. Let's fight this, and these people are nobody. Brother, my problem with our people is criminality. Uhi no anyị n'ọbara. Ebe ị ga-egbe na-aga ịchọwa ihe ị ga-eji eme. Ịchọwa ịgba jeep. Jeep na ụda akara aka gị. Nweke Jehova edeghara gị jeep. Nwanne ihe a na-edeghara gị, you don't need for it. Ihe na-anọghị n'akara aka gị, don't go for it. Ọ na-asị ha na ị gaghị awụ obi Cubana. Why will you force yourself to be obi Cubana? Ọ na-asị na ị gaghị awụ, leave it. Live the life of Oteshi Desagi. If not, Iburu Ekwe. That is how we get freedom. And that kingdom, we enjoy it here on earth, as people in the England are doing. And now, when oil, when gas, when natural resources, when human resources. Brother, we can only achieve this thing through if you can utilize the AK-47 in your hand. Ohiji is doing. Moji agana azụ ala enwezi ndị nna ha na-azụ ala iwere opportunity ahụ iwu onye iberibe. You don't have brain. That is it. All right, this is 8 a.m. right now in the sacred land of Biafra. In case you are joining us, this is Radio Biafra Hausa Service 2, coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. In case you are not aware, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He's the director of Radio Biafra and television, the commander of the armies of Biafra and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. And this beautiful broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, the firstborn of Mazi Nwachineke Kanu, and a proud disciple of our leader in the person of Nwachineke. We are here telling you how Nigeria is recruiting terrorists into the security agency of the Zoological Republic. And that is why they are killing people at will, telling you it is accidental discharge. We continue with our news analysis in case you are joining us. He explained that the use of non-kinetic effort under Operation Safe Corridor had led to the surrender of more than 2,000 Boko Haram members between 2016 and 2017. Let me ask this question to Musa. Christopher Musa, you are speaking out for them. Let's come now. Let's balance this thing. Let's think very carefully. These people have surrendered. Have you put in place? That is the question. If you attended that summit, in case you attended that summit, the question supposed to throw to Musa, Christopher, and the people that sent him. What makes these people to join Boko Haram before? And now you have used non-kinetic to bring them out. You have rehabilitated them. You have de-radicalized them. You have repented them. According to you, that thing that make them to join, have you settled it in the society? That's the only question. What makes them to go there? Number one, now you put them in a different mood. You want to return them to the society where they left. Have you fixed things? Remember, since 2017, 2018, and 19, you are calling. That time, $1 is about 3, 4, 500 zoological naira. Now is 1,000. Is it 1,3 or 1,2 now? Hmm? And you are bringing them. They become more bad. They become more evil because that time was even good and they left. Now things are becoming very difficult. They can't change. They are human. Moreover, it is something in connection with religion. Black man cannot run away from what you call religion. No matter how he twists it, spirituality, religion, this, that, is imbued in black man. Is inside him. The moment one Malamina will chant something for him, he will spark again. He will spark again. That is it. So this is the question that somebody would have thrown to these military people that are making noise. According to him, 67% of those who surrendered were the Abubakar Shekau's faction of insurgents, adding that 1,543 repentant terrorists guaranteed from Malam graduated from Malam CD camp in Gombe State. 1,935 were released from. Imagine somebody who worked with Shekau. Somebody that worked with Shekau is now a de-radicalized. Military, you are deceiving yourself. General Musa noted that from July 2021 to May 4 to 2022, alone, no fewer than 51,828 terrorists and their family members surrendered, out of which 13,360 were fighters, stressing that 106,000 terrorists and their family members has so far surrendered in the Northeast. The 5 days program was said to have been organized to boot security experts, understanding of the dynamics of the psychological operation and the strategic communication. You see how they are doing to their own people, saving them after they have killed people, killed Nigerian soldiers. They still pet them, but in the East, nothing like that. Nothing like that. All these things are happening depending on the kind of leaders you have. It depends on the kind of leader you have. That is it. If you have a good leader, then you will see it. If you have the bad one, you will still see it. This is what really happened, my dear people. Is anything good going to happen to Zoological Republic? I tell you, the answer is no. The answer is no. Nothing good is coming out of the Zoological Republic. Nothing good, and nothing good will ever come out of the zoo. Do not believe them. Don't follow them. Don't agree with them. Fight them back. These people they brought out now is for their own interest. It is for their own interest. Very, very important. It's either they will use them as people who will be working for them, just like what's his name? The head of the DSS, Yusuf Bichi, recruited his brothers in 2020 or 2021. Whenever he want to carry out some dangerous action, he will choose those ones, and they will go and do those evil action for him. That is it. That is it. All right, let's take this one finally. Enugu community boils as headers invade Aguama. They kill two, injured others, raise houses. This is in Enugu State. I know why I'm reading all this news out from Enugu State, so that we know who to blame and when you have to blame yourself. Most of this thing wouldn't have happened in Enugu at all if our people really cooperated at the initial time. It wouldn't have happened because there was a very powerful plan made, but our people there sabotage everything. But today the killings are still going on. Now, but let's shift the blame a bit to the government. Yet again, Agwamede in Isuzo, local government area of Enugu State, has come under heavy attack as armed men said to be herdsmen have invaded Imama Maru village. This assailant killed two villagers and injured several others. The bandit also burnt about four houses, as reporters reported. Reporters gathered that the incident occurred on Saturday, some days after the assailant attack at Isiado village, which left two people dead. Reporters on Monday reported that bandits suspected to be Fulani herders launched attack again on the community in the area, killing one person. Governor is not doing anything. Governor is not talking. Well, what will he talk? Will his own case be different? Do you not did you not remember towards the tail end of Ifeanyi Ugwanyi? He called when the attack on Ihiamufu took place, December time. That was December 2022, right? December 2022, when they did not allow people to celebrate the Christmas. You remember that attack? Towards Christmas time in 2022, Ugwanyi now the attack was much. Ugwanyi now called the people in a town hall meeting. I just want to refresh your mind. Governor, ex-governor Ifeanyi Ugwanyi now told them that his hand are tied. A sitting a sitting governor, sitting in the office in Alibo, telling you that is who tied that hand. That is the question. So, what will be different between this coon, this idiot here? Nothing. No difference. He will just be there, eating, receiving name, His Excellency, and he promote here, and people will be dying. They are using our blood to refresh their demons. They are using our blood. As our blood is pouring on the soil, because they are what what is ruling this world is invert reality. People don't want to believe all those things. That's what they call invert reality. You need to do evil for you to excel. That is the level of the world. Tell you. That is why all this wicked. If not, you would have asked yourself, why should a human being be so wicked to his fellow? Or you sit in the seat of power and people are dying and you're relaxing. These are poor people that believe in you, trust that you should help them. But you feel okay, you feel comfortable while people are going, innocent people for that matter. Not that they are wicked people or evil. These are innocent, poor civilians who is even working hard without the help of government, anybody, to survive. Under normal circumstances, you're supposed to defend them, give them the welfare they deserve. It's because of invert reality. I'll tell you the gospel truth. You may call it conspiracy theory, but that is what is going on. That is what is going on. That's what is going on. Look at the number of people that are dying. If you find one, he told us in Enugu that his hand are tied. And I was pondering on that statement. I said, who tied the hand of this man? A sitting governor? A sitting governor of a state, commander-in-chief of the state, in charge of the whole securities. Brother, we need Biafra. We need Biafra with AK-47 and bomb. I tell you. If we can restore Biafra with AK-47 and bomb, I'm telling you, our shoulders will be lifted high. We are not going to be allied to any useless, all these Rothschild countries all over the world that you become an ally to them and they use you as a proxy and all those things messing you up. We wouldn't. But the lesson is possible, is in our hand. Instead of us just to die like a chicken, we die for Biafra restoration. Tell you the gospel truth. Not to be a proxy of any Western whatever. We stand on our own. The strength in Africa is enough. The energy in Africa is enough, politically and economically, to oppose the whole world. I'll tell you the gospel truth. The thing is the mind. Is the mind of an African ready, really prepared, matured for this understanding? Right? They will throw religion, ethnicity into you now. You start fighting and all those things. See, black man fighting religion. In what white man brought to you, black man just only reject the religion. But all the whole things that the white man programmed, Black man love it. What is not comfortable is religion. And when I look at it, I just laugh. I just laugh my normal laugh. The clothes you wear, they design it. Gucci, Balenciaga, Nike, all those things. They are the one designing it. If they want your trouser to be bogus, they say it's raining one, is Gucci. You wear a bogus trouser this season. If they want your trouser to be straight, they design it, you fall. Everything, sports, entertainment, they design, they make the rules for you. They make the rule. If they say this is goal, it's goal. If they say it's foul, you believe them. It was the only religion you said, no, no. Let me tell you about religion. They fought this religion, they used it to destroy the monarchy system. And they brought in religion, whether Christian, whatever, just talk religion. Then they now use, after the war, they now use the democracy. Democracy is the religion of the world now. If you don't know democracy, they use democracy to knock off religion. They have succeeded in all Christian countries and other countries. The only country they are finding it difficult is Islamic nations. Some of them embrace the democracy, but not in a Western way. But I'm telling you, they are using this democracy now to do what? To usher new world order. They will use the democracy to usher in new world order. When new world order come, black man, we always 100 years backwards. Black man now will now leave religion and be fighting for democracy. No, we want democracy. We want democracy because in new world order, you are not free. You will be chained. You'll be chained. It is what you are told you will do. I'm giving you a series of things so that you think when you are fighting things. When Uibo was against religion, you are still under colonial master. It's just a thief. Let's continue with the news. The recent attack in Isiado and the Imamwa village has forced people to flee their homes. Aged women, pregnant, and nursing mothers and the children are being relocated to neighboring communities and villages, which were safer. A community source told reporters on Tuesday. A community leader, Ephraim Obu, who confirmed a Saturday incident to reporters, decried the unprovoked attack. But if you go to this part of Enugu now, Udi Atimokpa na-esi ebe a, again, ya ma ga like nke Udi Atimokpo. Esiere ga atikpa ilie mmadụ, ị ga-afụcha ebe a na-eme egosi powers. Mmadụ elie mmadụ ọvụrụ. Brother, can you use Kennedy thing now? We fight ya nda now. Huh? That's my own. Okay, we can now we fight ya nda. I'm a man. And all among ourselves now, the kind of powers I use all these magic powers. I got a chip of near. You go to that village now. These are the areas we mounted our own men when ESN was established. These are the areas. And the particular community sabotage our camp. People don't know what we passed through. Sabotage our full camp. And men were destroyed. That king now is no more in his palace. And he's a vigilante or whatever, PGs or whatever they call themselves. Now look at the result. Men who will do this job now will not be stationed in Enugu. They have to come from somewhere to come and chase this Fulani out and go calculate the distance and the risk. But had it been the community collaborated with us when those camps were set, this thing will not happen. Because the way these people are doing in Enugu, they come from Benue, they come in from Benue State, they launch the attack unexpected, kill people, and they go back. Then being shielded by 82 Division. 82 Division Enugu will shield them very well. This is the game. That's what is going on, brothers. That's it. That's what is going on. That's it. These people need a full combat. Fulani cannot fight. You know what is full combat? They don't fight. They don't. The reason why they are killing Nigerian soldiers is as a result of infiltration they have there. So soldiers will be coming, or the Oga Kwata here is part of them. He will release more number of soldiers with fewer ammunition, then the Fulani can round them up. But say it's one-on-one. Nothing. Anahemeyeme. That is why I am confident in fighting the battle in Nigeria. We will win. We will win them. They're way edge. Even back up with the Britain or whatever. They can't go far. Look at Boko Haram with all the attack every year sponsored by France. And they couldn't. Borno State is still there. What they like is soft landing, where women are villagers. They go there, they make noise, kill people, and go, those kind of things. To confront men, they can't. They can't. Right? That is why we must give every necessary support to ESN, support our own men, and stop betrayal. Don't be too emotional. Don't fall for your stomach. Support men. Be part of it. Let it be sacrifice. Allow, allow them to fight. I tell you, this thing won't be happening in our land. This thing won't be happening. But this thing, the failure always comes from the people, from us, because we are not giving the necessary support. You will see where there is armed robbery, you call the police to come. You don't know whether the police. You don't know. That is the same way when you see them, the Fulanis, you try to whisper to us. Sadikwa mama nebe fano. Keke nwohe megini were abadi no far complete. Because that is what we are. Well, we must continue. The second attack at Imamaru Agwamede, after killing those two people at Isiado Agwamede, our people are currently living in danger. He said a young man who currently laying in hospital bed was inside his house at the Imamaru village when the invaders launched the attack. Immediately, he ran out of his house. They grabbed him and macheted him. You can see what they did to him. We don't know whether he will survive it. How can someone stay in his house and a foreigner will attack him and want to still live in that community? What have you tell? What is your governor saying? What is Peter Mbas saying? Nothing. It's none of his business. We learned that the headers engaged soldiers deployed in a Hamufu when they were patrolling the community. So the soldiers engaged and overpowered them. They retreated and when the soldiers left, they launched the attack on innocent residents. What do you mean by soldiers engage them? Soldier engaged them, he could not push them out. What kind of engagement is that? And they retreat to where? When they are retreating, you follow them up. This is a game. The bows, the bandit will call their bows, your soldier will lie sooner than memofa. That's what they will tell them. Then the soldier, the Oga Patapata will call the soldiers Oga Patapata, recall your boys back, recall them back. Then they will give order, the soldiers will go. Then while the soldiers left, then they will come and do the biddings by unleashing the venom on poor, innocent people in our communities. Allow us to be the security of Eastern region, they will not. Because if you allow our men to come out, you will not hear one single crime. Yes. If ESN take over the whole Eastern region, I'm telling you, you don't even need to lock your house to sleep. Because if anything happen, I tell you the gospel truth. I bet my life with it. If now they sign a contract, say ESN, Eastern Security Network, be in charge of the Eastern region, we have men. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Not that there will be no crime, but anyone that happens, they will find it, they will investigate. They will investigate and get who commit that crime. Because it's our land. And these are trained, honest men that are in charge of ESN. But the opposition, the forces of darkness, don't want it to be. Reporters reported on January 3rd, 2024, that gunmen suspected to be headers had launched an attack at Amafu community in Isuzu local government area of Enugu State, killing two young men who were there for Christmas celebration. It reported that the communities of Ehiamufu town include Aguamede, Mbuji, and Abo witnessed large scales of attack in 2021 and 2022 by headers in collaboration with militia from Benue State. Effort by the reporters to get the reaction of the spokesperson for the State Police Command, DSP Daniel Ndukwe, failed. What Kenyogi DSP Daniel Ndukwe is a puppet. Failed as he did not answer his call or respond to the text messages sent to him. They will just put an Igbo man there and nothing will happen. You see how they are killing our people? You see how they are killing our people? It's not what we will do, we don't need to tell you, but things are going underground because on the process, both the Al Shabaab that will come to defend this bandit, and both the bandit and both the radicalized and the repentant and rehabilitated and kinetic and non-kinetic, everything will burn. Everything will burn. That is it. Everything will burn. We don't need these people. Let's think, as at now, we don't need Awasa, we don't need Fulani, we don't need the Yoruba. We want to first of all get ourselves, have our sovereignty. Back on one, rehabilitate our brain. Before we start all this friendship and handshake and what, now we don't. Those things are poison to us. We need to free ourselves first. Then put our constitution, restructure things, rearrange things, make our laws. Then before we will now extend hands of friendship. We don't need these people in our land. Now, we don't need them. Honestly, we don't need them. Tell you the gospel truth. Very, very important. This is Radio Biafra House Service 2, coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London, under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike, one of Biafra landing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. Anthony Blinken is in the Zoological Republic right now. And what is Anthony Blinken doing? You must know everything US and the white doing is for their own interest. It's for their own interest. And I want to tell you, they want to make sure that this their useless democracy is everywhere because they use it to remove. Just I'm telling you, their religion now is democracy. The global religion is democracy. I always tell you this. So in order for them to be able to capture those African countries that are under coup, these are the game. And they will use this puppet in Nigeria, Escobar, to target all those ones because those ones now are working with Russia and all those things. So they don't like it. They don't like it at all. That is their reason of coming. Nothing much. Nothing much. And white men can never present in the table something that will benefit black men more than them. They will continue to put us in the position that after they have eaten, then we will eat. You know, that's why we are driving old cars. In Nigeria now, is it Land Cruiser or whatever, 2016, 2017 model. Neko, 2017, 2018. Whereby as at now, we're in 2024. A 24, 25 years old child in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in Japan, na appear the 2024 na kaya nani now, ta 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 ta. Onyagide after 10 years. Ebudatara anyị na-eko adịbụrụ na-eko onye hụ your fellow black man ga-egbu hụ na enwe one on one day obu mụ ahụgokwe ya before hụ mmanya ka fọ na-akara m họn popopopo ka m ka m kwa ya na ọ nọ n'ime ụlọ mgbe ịghọtago họn this too much m just tọpụrụ ya hello ya hell. Again, that is it. Anthony Blinken coming is for the interest of the United States. You must know that. Nothing much will come out of it. But we must do the needful. We must do the needful. Yes, Wike is promoting Tinubu. He said that the Tinubu cannot do stop the crime in Abuja. Yes, Wike. Everybody is just defending his own this thing. Biafrans, there is something I want to say before I round up this program regarding as they were planning to move, they are trying to move FAAN, whatever, and the CBN office to Lagos. And do you see any Igbo people saying anything on Haneze? They are sharing it back. Escob is trying to share back. I watched the interview of this man, Bashiru Dala, too. They are not happy of that. They are not happy of that. Which one are they pushing to the east? Nothing. It's just between the Yorubas and the Fulanis. And the Fulanis are not, they don't want this central bank now be moved out. The Fulanis don't want it. But what I put, or I ask God to help, let it bring a conflict between the Yorubas and the Fulani. Until there is a big dispute between these two people, the position they put us, it will be very hard for us to come out. Escobar have seen the dangers in what they are planning, and the Escobar is working somehow to save their land. The man, in his statement, he now say what of Onitsha, to push it to Onitsha, commerce and all those things. And I laugh. You know, whenever the Yorubas who want to grow tail in Nigeria, then the Fulani will tell them, okay, we now move to east, and they don't want. Like, for example, you remember when they set up Amoteku, the plan of the Yoruba governors for Amoteku is not the way you see it in this way. It was Escobar who went and cooled it down. He now calmed it down. That is why they killed the governor of Ondo State, Akeredolu, because the man is a pure Yoruba man who wants the interests of Yoruba. They killed the man. Akeredolu did not just die, they poisoned him. They used cancer to destroy him because the man insisted to finance it to make sure that Amote could stand. So when they were pushing that idea to put their own security, do you remember the statement? They now tell them that they will open the Wacha Seaport or the Calabar Seaport in the east. Then Escobar now intervened, and you know some of the governors of the Yorubas then are allies or sons, political sons to Escobar. Nobody can challenge Escobar politically in Yoruba land now. Nobody. So all of them pulled away. Even the Keredu don't have the strength to push it on. The mistake he did then was to now take this man, this Western education that is a poison to the brain of a black man, Wole Soyinka. Wole Soyinka, we know people are just respecting that man but I don't see anything for me. It's not because you speak good English or write books or whatever. There is something I am expecting from you to come out that benefit the masses. That's where I would throw my respect to. I don't see anything in that man, honestly. It was the mistake they did that time by putting him as the head of Amoteku and whatever, and they rubbish everything. Amoteku is no more. It's no more. So now, if Escobar is threatening to pull away all these things, some certain key offices back to Lagos, and rehabilitate the Donham Barrack in case of everything he moves here, we should stand to know how we will penetrate or will keep calm, allow, not that tomorrow you go and join this one or join this one, allow them to crash. Because when they crash, the power will strengthen. The crash does not mean it is divine that will prompt it. But when divine is doing it, let Igbo man never come. Like Aton Zeribe did. If you remember, when Babangida used Aton Zeribe to cancel, to destroy the election, the man went and formed what do they call it, Association of Better Nigeria and all those things. They would allow them to fight. It is not only us that they will be killing. So I'm just throwing this thing. Before you know it now, they will bring one useless Igbo man to be making peace. A peace that will subdue us. A peace that will make our land to be pieces. Let the problem be. The Fulanis are talking now that they are not in they are being marginalized. If you listen to that man, all the things he was just saying and all those things, because they are no more in power. That is why all those things are coming out. I say, if that program is like a program you make a phone call, I would have called and asked him, you remember they took naval base to Kanu desert during Buhari time. They took naval base because the excuses the Yorubas are giving in pushing the CBM to Lagos because of commerce and all those things, and the airport authority and all those things. But during Buhari time, you remember they took naval, yes, navy. They take to desert. Calabar is there. Ibocha is there. Bayelsa is there. Where rivers are there, ocean. But they send it to Kanu State. You see? So let there be conflict between these two people. I believe their time is ticking off. They can't resist it when the problem will come. So it's not a secret. There's something that is destined. When it comes, they have to fight so that the children of God will be free. Why I'm saying this thing is this: for not another Igbo stupid man to come and sacrifice. Because if you sacrifice, the hand of nature will go off. Because the nature is trying to fight for you, but you intervene in mercy. Then the principles in the nature is that I'm trying to liberate you, but you said no, just like a black slave in those days. Okay, now I have to go. I have to make the peace, but you bear the consequences. That is how it is. So that Igbo man because this pain is too much. That is it. Thank you very much. And this is Radio Biafra House of Service 2, coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike, one of Biafra land. We'll be right back in a moment. Then we'll open up a line. Then you can as well contribute. But meanwhile, we ask you to stand by. This is your own radio station. Continue to tune in. You don't have any other radio station.
None of you can deny that what I'm saying is the truth. You know it's the truth. But either you won't write it, or you're too cowardly to speak it because you want some favor here or favor there. So because you can't talk, you are muzzled. I'm not. I'm a free black man. And I didn't come here looking for a handout. And I really don't think you need one. Your problem is that you think you need a handout. Everything you need is right under your foot, but you looking everywhere else for help instead of to yourself and what you can produce for yourself. This is Africa's dilemma. You are parading yourself before the world as international beggars when you gave civilization to the world. Your problem is not America. Your problem is not Israel. Your problem is not Britain. Your problem is your disunity and your dependence on others to do for you what you could do for yourself. So I don't have to come back here anymore to help you. The help is already here. The knowledge is already here. The land is here. The sun is here. The water is here. The minerals are here. You have some of the finest minds in the world, but they're in Europe and they're in America making money while Africa suffers. Why don't we create politically stable environment and call the children of Africa back home to help build Africa? We are your children. And we will come and help. But don't expect us to come with billions of dollars when we don't have it. We're struggling in America. But you got it all right here under your foot. And you should be ashamed not to look to yourself, begging white folk to give you what you could give yourself. What I said today, which one of these countries is going to give you $20 million? America's not going to give you $20 million. You got it right here, but your disunity won't allow you to pool it. It's your fault, and you got to accept that responsibility. That is why my message is atonement, reconciliation, and responsibility. We got to stop blaming everything on somebody else and see what is our responsibility here.
Nigeria will not progress until we separate unity from uniformity. United, we fall. Today, people are purchasing presidential nomination form for 40 million from PDP and 100 million from APC. And the rest of us are wondering, Where the money they come from? Keep wondering. Is Nigeria in anybody's custody? Does the fact that we operate a uniform system of government unite us as a people? Your guess is as good as mine. This our turn to rule mentality is also an avenue for chop I chop. Here, people go into government as an avenue to enrich themselves. So forget all the rhetorics and promises. All on a wash. These ones jostling for 2023 will not be different from the rest that have not been able to raise our power generating capacity above 5,000 megawatts since 1960 if the structure no change. Can't you even hear some of them say they won't continue from where Buhari stopped? Clownishness. Corruption is not our problem, I always say, but restructuring is. No country in the world operates a feeding bottle system of government where governors spend billions of public funds on private jet every week to gather at Abuja to share money and expect to make progress. No ingenuity. The United Kingdom of Great Britain, UK, comprises of 4 constituent countries, England, Scotland, Wales, as well as Northern Ireland, with all 4 countries represented at the Parliament in Westminster. Them know they gather for London to share federal allocation, and we expect to make progress. The last time we saw redevelopment was in the First Republic when we practiced regional government. After that, all we have had is growth, not development. Tell me which government since then had been able to replicate what Awolowo, Akintola, Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, or Zeke of Africa and Mike Opara did for their various regions. And we are still asking ourselves where we got it wrong. We are not ready. Today, rather than create jobs, we build churches. Rather than manufacture, we import. Rather than prevail on government to fund our university, we send our kids to school abroad because government business is nobody's business. And I beg, tell me again, what usually happens to nobody's business? Our forced unity has so heightened our distrust for one another that to derive benefit from any government initiative, because of quota system, you are asked your state of origin, local government area of origin, village of origin, religion, sex. No country, I repeat, no country develops this way. Open your eyes. This false homogeneity is killing all of us. But things can change if only we take charge and restructure the country along regional lines and allow the regions autonomy. The center can deal with issues concerning military, currency, and other common issues. Remember, General Johnson Thomas Umunnakwe Aguiyi-Ironsi, JTU Aguiyi-Ironsi, was killed in a coup for running the affair of the country under a unitary administration. But today, we're happy running the same unitary system, cloaked in a borrowed garb of federal government. Yet, we expect to move forward. We deceive ourselves. No wonder, no matter how strong a leader is in his sphere, region, or state in Nigeria, the moment he or she is elevated to the center, failure becomes his second. Allow the region's autonomy. The center can deal with issues concerning military, currency, and other common issues. Remember, General Johnson Thomas Umunnakwe Aguiyi-Ironsi, JTU Aguiyi-Ironsi, was killed in a coup for running the affair of the country under a unitary administration. But today, we're happy running the same unitary system, cloaked in a borrowed garb of federal government. Yet, we expect to move forward. We deceive ourselves. No wonder, no matter how strong a leader is in his sphere, region, or state in Nigeria, the moment he or she is elevated to the center, failure becomes his second name. If I lie, ask CBN Governor Emefiele, currency, and other common issues. Remember, General Johnson Thomas Umunnakwe Aguiyi-Ironsi, JTU Aguiyi-Ironsi, was killed in a coup for running the affair of the country under a unitary administration. But today, we're happy running the same unitary system, cloaked in a borrowed garb of federal government. Yet, we expect to move forward. We deceive ourselves. No wonder, no matter how strong a leader is in his sphere, region, or state in Nigeria, the moment he or she is elevated to the center, failure becomes his second name. If I lie, ask CBN Governor Emefiele or Fashola as work or power minister, Abina Oshibanjo, Amechi, Akpabio, and co. All of these people were regional lords, not because they desire to fail, but because apart from the politicians' proclivity for thievery, you can't run a bogus and heterogeneous country like Nigeria as though it's homogeneous and expect to see progress. Kolewek. So if you like, vote Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, El-Rufai, Sowore, Yaya Bello, Kingsley Moghalu as president. Without restructuring, they will still fail. Maybe not from top to bottom, if you know what I mean. Well, blessed are those who are not expectant, for they shall not be disappointed. I will therefore advocate that what we need urgently is a restructured, or if you like, unbundled Nigeria, where the likes of Peter Obi, Kingsley Moghalu, Soludo and co. can put their intellects to developing the Southeast without having to run to Abuja for handout. Same way the Tinubus, Showorez, Fashola, Oshibanjo and co. can harness the resources of the West for its good and benefit, just like Awolowo did. Why the Zulums, El-Rufai, Atiku, and Tambuwa will be engaged in transforming the arable land in the north into the food basket of not just Nigeria, but also south of the Sahara, just like Ahmadu Bello did. Amechi, Wike, Oshomole, Udom, and co. will have their hand filled trying to navigate the rich South-South from poverty to prosperity, even as the North Central will be busy harnessing the numerous resources therein, just the way we had the pyramid of those days. Until this is done, if you like, bring Barack Obama to govern Nigeria. Without restructuring, he will get plenty problem. That's not to excuse Buhari and Emefiele's top to bottom, though, if you get it. Well, if you agree with us or even disagree with us, simply follow us on all our social media platforms shown on your screen, and let's have a conversation on this. It is obvious that our unity is dividing us, and only our division, restructuring or unbundling, can unite us. So when next the politician asks you for his vote, ask him if he will unbundle and restructure Nigeria. Think about it. See you next week.
Leaders in this country must listen. This impunity cannot go on. It is not possible that armed bandits are settled in our farmlands and forests, and they are organized in a very military way. And the security operatives don't know where they are. Nobody disturbs them. Yet, unarmed Igbo boys hold a meeting in Enugu, and the SSS or whatever it is called suddenly discovers where they are and lives are lost. This is not acceptable. This is the type of thing that will turn a country to a land littered with just ruins. It is not possible that here in Nsukka, we hear the Muslim call to prayer from our windows in our bedrooms as early as 4 a.m. And a Christian who in Abuja takes her Bible to call people to accept Jesus Christ is murdered by an Islamic fundamentalist, and nothing happens. It cannot continue. And these are the things we have to say no to. It is not just about SARS. It is about injustice. It is about violence. It is not possible that Muslims in this country can acquire land and build mosques anywhere. Many mosques are rising in Nsukka now. And Christians can no longer obtain land to build churches, even in the so-called Christian-dominated states, let alone the London states. You may have heard that the governors of northern Nigeria said that they need SARS because maybe there they perform the function for which they were established. Correct. But then, what does that tell you? That this country can no longer be ruled or governed as if we were all the same in everything. There must be different levels of governance and autonomy. Because if SARS is so oppressive in the South and so helpful in the North, then there must be different standards in the North and in the South. Some call it a restructure, some call it anything. I'm not interested in the name, but there must be some form of decentralization of governance in this country if we want to move forward. There is too much power and money at the center. That is why governance is no longer service.
Have now been pushed to the fringes, talking about and believing and espousing the belief that Nigeria truly should be one.
We need to begin by resolving a conceptual crisis. What do I mean by a conceptual crisis? Quite often when we speak about Nigeria, we collapse the distinction between country, state, and nation. We tend to think that the three mean the same. We tend to think the three are synonyms. A country is a territory. From the Latin contra terra, the land that lies ahead of you. A country is a territory. It is not necessarily a nation. A nation is an association of peoples, and I use that word in the plural deliberately because of diversity. A nation is an association of peoples who identify their shared core values. And on the basis of their shared core values, they give themselves a constitution which will now establish institutions that make up the state. What we have in Nigeria and in most African countries is a confusion where we think the nation is the state. The nation is reduced to the state. We have a country quite all right by the fact that we live within a territory, even if that territory is not secure, as we all know. But we don't have a nation. We have institutions that make up the state. We collapse the nation into the state. If you look at our constitution, section 2 of the current constitution, and you don't find this in the 1963 constitution, it ascribes sovereignty not to the people but to the state. That is dangerous. That means the state has the last say on any question. That means the state is more powerful than the citizen. That is a recipe for impunity. Because as we all know, the state is the head of state, or the governor, or whoever represents them. Whatever they say, we all have to comply, whether they're right or wrong. So we don't have a democracy in the true sense of the word.
Oh my God.
And until we have that, until we build a nation, we can't even talk of unfinished greatness. And I have to make a critique of the title of Governor Fayeme's book. It presupposes that there is a project that is unfinished. I am saying we have not even started the project.
Oh my God.
And we need to stop deluding ourselves. What are our shared core values? What are the things that bring us together, apart from the super egos? You know, when I had this experience, 2013, I was visiting a place called Du in Plateau State. The Plateau State governor is here. I got to Du the Friday before the Nations Cup final between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. And there was tension everywhere. But on Sunday night, when Nigeria won the game, the final match, the tension dissipated. And most people forget the fact that a young man from southeastern Nigeria received the ball from a young man from Pangshin who had to leave Nigeria because his parents were killed. Victor Moses passed the ball to Sunday got the goal. And we didn't even ask about the local government of origin of the scorer of the goal. So what are our shared core values? If you ask the Americans, they talk of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We don't have one. And it is when we begin to identify our shared core values that we begin to build a nation. What we have right now is a state held together at gunpoint. And when the state begins to oppress the citizen, there'll be cries of marginalization, there'll be secessionist and separatist agitation, there'll be insecurity. Now we have set up Nigeria to be a place where the state is more powerful than the citizen, and the state is oppressive. We need to retrace our steps. Quite often, Nigerians ask, which is the way forward? And I say, if you are moving in the wrong direction, you shouldn't be going forward. You should make a U-turn.
God help us.
The summary of it. The summary of it is that we cannot run away from this stark reality that Nigeria has to be restructured. Whether it is the restructuring that gives more powers to states or a return to the regional arrangement of the past, or the restructuring that allows parts of the country that want to go and stand as independent nation, whatever that restructuring means, we must not run away from it. And our position as bishop, and I must say now, I'm carrying you along as a diocese, is that if we continue to pretend that all is well, we will keep bleeding profusely. And very soon, there might be nothing called Nigeria. Instead of our killing ourselves under the pretext of remaining one indivisible nation, some people say Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable. I want to say it is negotiable. This thing is like marriage. You don't force two people to get married. We have been forced into a marriage that is hurting us. And every day we are dying and pretending to be one. Please, instead of our killing ourselves, and there will be no Nigeria left, let us come to a round table like this. Bring Nigeria as a cake. Bring one big knife and share the cake. Share the cake. Share the cake.
All right, we are back. This is Radio Biafra, also Service 2, coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London, under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, the firstborn of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a proud disciple of our leader in the person of Nwachineke. Our lines are open right now. If you want to participate, you call right now, +183 263 73 499 plus 183 263 499 plus 183 263 499. Also, you can get us plus 614 818 70925 plus 614 818 70925 plus 614 818 70925. We're also on Skype with the name Nwachineke. As I was saying before, regarding the interview of that man, Bashar Dalatu, who is I think is the chairman of the Arab Forum. He said that the Zoological Republic, that the northern, they are ready for restructure, that their own restructuring. There is one thing in politics that our people don't play in the East. We never go for our own interests. We only just go as a servant. The man was talking, okay, they are ready for restructuring, their own restructure. Despite Buhari, the man that was interviewing, but your Buhari was there. What was his name? Yaradua was there. Why they didn't do all these things? He denied that Buhari did anything for them. That in fact it was there just for a nationalist. He's talking now because Escobar is from the West. That's why I'm saying let there be conflict between both of them. It's going to be divine. It's going to be divine. Just provoke them into a conflict. This man said something that pains me in that interview, that even the Southeast are agitating for more states, even though they don't have the space. You see how they limit our brain? In case if you have watched that interview, even when they don't have the space. That is why Buhari called us dots. Our land is in Benue State. Igbo land or Biafra land is in Kogi State. Our land is round down to Ibanke, part of Edo, a place you call Edo State. This is not maybe people you want to politically bring into Biafra. These are our own flesh and blood. They speak Igbo. It doesn't matter how your Igbo sound. It is Igbo man you are. Because all this dialect is everywhere. Even in the Bible, there is such dialect. If you remember the case of Shibolet and Sibolet, the Benjamites and the entire Israelite. When they will get a Benjamite, those who revolted against them, they ask them to pronounce a Shibolet. And the Benjamite will say Sibolet. And they will finish the guy immediately. So all this is there. So it doesn't matter how the Igbo sound. I'm saying based on what that man said, that our land, we are just small and all those things. Because these are the things, the narratives they pump into our brains and the brain of other people. They sell it and everybody believe that we are just small, just a tiny place. And moreover, the drawing is being drawn by the enemy. It's just like what people had been advocating over the map of Africa and the map of Europe and Russia. If you watch it in the globe, towards the north side, North Pole, what do? Towards the North Pole, they make those areas very large. They zoom it, it becomes large. But Africa, they contrast the picture. Africa that is very large. While watching the atlas, you will be seeing as if Africa is smaller than Europe, whereby Africa is 2 times bigger than all those areas. That is the same psychological this man is throwing to you, telling you, using that map to tell you that the Southeast that are agitating for the Southeast that are agitating for more states, but they are very small. They don't have the land and all those things. So these are the things we need to be debunking when we are in the stage as well, to let our people know. Let me bring in Mazi Desmond. Mazi Desmond, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you much good.
You are
Good
welcome, my
morning
dear
to you.
brother.
Nwachineke, am I coming out?
Loud and clear. The whole world can hear you.
Nwachineke. Good morning to Biafrans all over the world. IPOB family and our to the Excelency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nwachineke, let me just say, you know this issue of having land or not having land or all those things. You know, our leader has treated it before. You know, all these people, they just come, anytime they come and say whatever thing they want to say because they know that some of our people are very gullible. And knowing the kind of political leaders that we have, you know, so that's why they open their mouth to say anything. You say what you want to say. Tell your terrorists to go back to the north where you have land. All of them, let them go back to the north. Take all their settlements, take all their cow, take their tomato, let them go your own, let us go our own. Is it a problem? You don't have the space, you don't have this that they keep saying. What is the essence of all those things? Stay your own, we stay our own. It is always this abroad. Why do they build condominium? Why do they build condominium abroad? They want to utilize what they have. So these people, they just come and say anything, and I don't know why our people live. Anyway, it's all in the hands of what I want to tell Biafrans this morning is that Nwachineke, you were talking about in your analysis. You talked about something like ESN being the in Biafra land, securing everywhere, and that is how it's supposed to be. But you know, it's not really in the hand of, and it's in the hand of our people. That's why when we tell our people to support ESN, there's a reason for it. Because you see, in 1967 to 70, during the war, Biafra, we had our police system, we had our military system, we had our judiciary system, we had our legislative system, we had everything running and working. And you know, the thing is that all those things were not, it's not as if they prepared for it. They were things that were made out of, in the war. They were all made in the war. So now that we have time, Biafrans all over the world, both those at home, both those in diaspora, and we are saying, why can't we start to go in that form now? Why can't we start that? Because in the last broadcast of our HOD, he made it very clear that 2024 is going to be another year. It's going to be a year of a lot of things. Our people should put their mindset towards this way and support what we are doing. See, if our people support ESN and equip ESN the way it should be, do you know that we will spray numbers of ESN protective line everywhere in Biafra, and that even if their own police, this Nigeria terrorist police, and if they arrest you or your person or your family and they intimidate them and lock them up, ESN can signal them. You report to ESN and they will signal them to either release that person or do the right thing immediately. And they will obey because they are in our land. I'm saying even before Biafra, even before we declare, they will obey because they are in our land. Even the judiciary, if they mess up, we can have a panel that will also signal them and say, do the right thing or you will, and they will obey. Our people should know that Chukwudema has given us a comfort, but it's just for our people to come out of their mental gullibility and then embrace this thing that Chukwudema. How do we do it? Only by supporting. Our people all over the world, everybody, remember, this is not the time for merriment. That money you want to use and marry, even if, go and put it in that ESN PayPal or go and use it to support ESN in your own zone or an IPOB zone or unit. Just for this little time, let us grow this institution to be very, very powerful. You saw some of us have seen the kind of training our people are undergoing. Just to do what? Just to protect our family, our land, our people back home from terrorists. That's why they're undergoing that kind of training. Now, somebody who is undergoing that kind of training in a thick forest, how can you now come out just in your no? Will somebody do that kind of training finish and they will not eat? How do you want it to be? So our people should please and please. I'm calling on our people. Let us support ESN. Listen, we are not begging. Because Biafra might come tomorrow. When Biafra is declared tomorrow, you might come in, rush in and say, I got to go to my airport. It's not so. When Biafra settle down, There will be some places you will go, some things you want to do. And I pray you will be on the right side of that question. This is time for you to put yourself on the right side of that question that will come in the future. You must support ESN. It's a must. It's our obligation. There are terrorists in our land, killing our people. Our political leaders are there, bringing them. Look at what Mba is doing in Enugu State. So somebody need to tell you. Support ESN you are financially through IPOB unit, IPOB zones. Anybody now knows the right people. You cannot say that before you were confused. Nobody is confused now. The PayPal is there. www.ipobincapitalletter.org is our PayPal. You support no matter register, be putting it small. So while you are putting and putting, others are putting, before you know it, we will gather our hand and our land will be well protected. Because what is coming in the future is very, very uncertain. Terrorists are surrounding Nigeria. They've taken over Nigeria. That is why Tinubu wants to run away from Lagos. He wants very soon now. He heard that he wants to take capital to Lagos. He wants to run away from Abuja and go to Lagos. Biafrans all over the world, we must not be selfish this time. This is the time for us to pay the ultimate sacrifice, and then we will be in the land of Biafra shortly before we know it. Thank God that our leader has been discharged and acquitted by their own court, and that is where we stand. They should release our leader and give us a referendum. Whatever thing they are doing, they should go and do. We are not in Nigeria. Biafrans have never been part of any cake sharing. Those of them that they are giving are the political leaders who are criminals, and they should go and get them if they want them. They should leave our people to be free in our land, and we must all rise up. Take your directive from DOS, stand and do your best, and at the end of the day, victory shall be ours. I continue to encourage our people. Biafrans, we must remain resolute, because at the end of the day, we must get victory, whether by good or by peace or any.
Desmond, I think we have lost you, or is it from my side?
I'm there. I don't know if it's.
All right, just round up, round it up.
Yes,
I don't know.
I was just telling their friends that, like I said, I don't know where this thing begin to interject, but I will tell their friends one more time, please. Anywhere you are, support ESN through IPOB unit, IPOB zones, and then through our PayPal, IPOB official PayPal, which is www.ipobincapitalletter.org. You just register, very simple, go there, it's very simple, register and support ESN, or through any other means that's approved by HODDOS in form of fundraising or any other way. But support through the right channel, which is IPOB. Anywhere or any means that's not approved by IPOB leadership or HOD or not IPOB family unit or zone, please do not go there and support. Support the protection of Biafra land, and at the end, victory shall be ours. Our demand is the unconditional release of our leader as discharged and acquitted by their own court and a referendum. That's where we stand. Biafra is our destination. Mazi Nwachineke and Elohim bless you from here.
Thank you very much. That's Mazi Desmond. That's Mazi Desmond. Yes. Let me bring in Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Oh, you are not there. All right.
I can hear you, ma'am. I can hear you loud and clear, Nwachineke. Ọtụtụ ọma nwanne m. I can hear you. I'm hearing you. Mazi, am I not coming out clear? Okay. Ọtụtụ ọma Nwachineke, asị m udo dịrị gị nwanne m. Ya dịrị onye ukwu mma dịrị onye nta mma. I think all Biafrans, all IPOB members working assiduously to see that this restoration is being achieved. Mazi, I thank you, Abiyama, for the first place, for giving us the people, the person like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I thank you, Abiyama, for making us to have to be our leader in this present time. Chukwu Abiyama, I bless your name. I say, may your name alone be highly exalted. I always thank Chukwu Abiyama again for giving us people like the DOS, HOD, and all the principal officers, those who are firm, those who are working assiduously to see that this restoration is being achieved. Mazi, our hand is on the plumb, and we are not looking back. We are not looking down. Our target is Biafra and nothing less, whether they like it or not. It's just like one of my brother, Mazi, he normally says everybody is a general. Everybody is a general, but when you misbehave, we told you that everybody is not a general. We are there and control in this struggle. Our leaders are the selectable ones that Chukwu Abiyama give us. That anybody who doesn't want to follow the rules and regulations of IPOB leadership should give up, should get away from it, should get away from the platform. We don't want to see them because our leader has said it and it's final. He said, whatever thing Chike doesn't face is final. Whatever thing the HOD says, that is what we are following. And there is no other statement about that. Mazi, we are standing resolute here in Biafra land. Anybody who doesn't like our pattern of leadership or our pattern of the way we are using to pilot the affair of IPOB or Biafran, let the person go and have his own forum and do the way he likes. Because in this place, we follow the principle and rules and regulations that guide this IPOB. Number one, our Mazi, I wanted to touch on the oath which we took. And that oath is saying, I, unstoppable CEB, willingly, voluntarily submit to the leadership of indigenous people. Number one, you know that our people use their hand to kill themselves. When you took oath, you began to betray the oath which you took. Outside your knowledge, somebody will be using you against yourself. When you took that oath, I, unstoppable CEB, willingly, voluntarily, nobody forced me. I have submit to the leadership. When the leadership give order, you began to do another thing. Instead of to follow that order, you began to tell me, Simeon, if I do this, Simeon. Who is the Simeon? Who is the Perima? That will be telling you what you are doing outside your leadership, whom you pay allegiance to. So, Mazi, I would like to use this media to tell our brothers, IPOB is a forum formed by Nnamdi Kanu, Okuchukwu Kanu. So if you cannot obey the principle that Nnamdi Kanu and the leadership laid down, you should get away from the forum. But anybody who desire to, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it, he said that the people that will fight for this struggle is the people that created specially by Chukwu Abiyama. And these are the people, when they see the rules and regulations that guide this forum, they will not hesitate or they will not argue about it. They will follow because they are called for this struggle. So we are not here to make sure, we are not here to entertain people, because the struggle, the freedom of Biafra is not a child's play. It's not what you come in social media and begin to make entertainment. It's not what you come to release information and tell stories about everything, because our people, they always like to get information, always give them information. That is what they need. But they don't know that it's not every information that you need to hear or you need to release to them because of what we are doing. Mazi, if our people get here, let them here. This time we are working on the ground and to see that Biafran restoration is being achieved. Anybody who doesn't want like that, let him go and home transformer. I will hand that from here, Mazi Nwachineke. Udo dịrị gị nwanne m. Aha mara ndị chọrọ dị mma. Asọmpi ụbọchị taa ya mara anyị mma. Na eke n'oye na afọ n'aha Chukwu okike na ndị elu na ndị ala. Ise. Thank you, Mazi.
Ndewo Mazi, tupu ga abụọ onwe ihe nchọrọ ịkọrekt. Platform ma na-asọ that name nso. Ọ na-abịa ọla ebe akpọ ha. Ichi ukwu ihe gbasara gị ekpo ya ekporima ka ọ n'ala Igbo. Ọ dọn bịa bụ na-akpọ aha mụnwa anaghị like ya. Ndị ọzọ megodi ya because ọkụ na-ekwu ya na-eme ya mistake a na-apụ ya ọkụ nji promote origo ya ebe ahụ a na-aghasasịra ife anyị na-eme. I don't like it. As long as someone nọ achọ m ka mmadụ kpọrọ m that name. Ekwukwubo m ya before. Ndewo. Let me bring in the prophet Okechukwu eze ụmụọwa. Ke maka ọkọnkọ ụmụọwa ke mgbe a ga-agba ọkọnkọ ụmụọwa. Okay, match. Ọ katara aka.
Match. I'm a chapter date very soon. Biafrans, anywhere you are on this earth, bear one thing in mind. This is the time of freedom of the children of the Most High. How I will be. By the fruit we shall know them. By our name. We don't need anyone to deceive us on this earth. That we are the children of the landlord of this world. And they remain formidable anywhere you are. Don't panic. Our brother Unstoppable has said it all. You swore an oath willingly, voluntarily, to follow the Nnamdi Kanu to be free. Mazi Nwachineke, I want to be sense I believe that on this earth, this is our land. On this earth, Fulani have their own, not a school cash. Yoruba when I land. Britain and Choya, Anyan win the river, Hawaii. And our leaders, the present leaders now, Hapu Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike, the son of the Most High, Ezebu Bekereng, Happy in our candidate terrorists. That's how we politics in Nigeria. Nigeria was created in the year 1914 by Frederick Lugard from Britain. The sense. That is why you have English name. Hello, sir, what English name? Salute, what English name? Yeah, Jabachoni Kitoshido Naka. My question then in the awful. Oh, but in a generation, it doesn't have the Kanu. Only a Pukala de Agafit. Doesn't have the Kanu. Or what are the political and so-called political aspect? Let that person, that's a human being, that a human being of his type. If you are the one holding that then of the can, okay, just can one boy that then of the can to go and bring him out. Before you look for where to hide. Do you know the people you want to cage? Over now Biafrans, are you not over 150 million? So I don't know. That would chala Fulani. What work at the careful Mado Wakwawipono? I'm a Colonial name and Mazi Nwachineke. Oh, now they are forward. Then come. On that kind of mission. That United Nations guy quite every time. With my own money don't finish it. Oh, mama, school everybody stop. You say Biafra. Biafra, the kingdom of the Most High. Only one at Nwachineke. One and a thousand days. That a chicken does him. Chukwu Kikabiamo. Okay, more Zenu. 1 John chapter 5. 1 John chapter 5. Our victory over the world. And who can defeat the world? Only the person who believes that Nnamdi Kanu is the son of Chukwu Kikabiam. The pastor who never Nwachineke kwere letter. Obia guy. Nwachineke come the 1 John chapter 5. Nwachineke gave who kill ya na bia kwe na ngi no na zo that kingdom. I live in that kingdom no. And the Pope, where is that kingdom of God there for this earth? Pope, we see you. They say you want the Pope for them. Where carry father come put for our land. And that's the father Tanzania, where get university. They accuse you will be happy. We then look for that way they look. Now we get to the whole of this land. We want to get I serve that the father. We go know in blood whether na Biafra or whether na another blood from somewhere. But I want to came and they're gonna bring out Mushango. Ndamu kwa equalizer hotel to Koreto. Damu na batacha mandende okra mucha. Gana modele baby so ya kurukula tage bia na mi show bi na me wa boki. E wa boki. E wa boki. Ma fokwa no kende gwanda ogom. La ala ha niile. Nwa Chineke dị na-ekwu iwe obejiri n'elu mba. Fela tedebi gabata Alesoti. Porta de Wabia State. All kind of lanyo. Adigin na araba ni si ike. Ege da na Wabia State si na aba alangwa. Nari o. Nonsense. Nwa Chineke anyị nọ na Sun FM ha na-etiri okwu de kesi de ugbu. Na Sun de Chike deze ha na-etiri na Sun FM ha. Dedo nke ọjụzọ ka. Ana m ego nọ na ntị m. Akpọpụtara ede the whole media niile nọ n'ala Igbo. Una nkwalo. No, they bring the news. Say terrorists killing for Sokoto, terrorists killing for Kapacha. Because they never happen for ya. And about the separate, they never kidnap your car. You went to audacity if you are called there method. Don't that what? Pango, I make it DNA test. I'm an oprango. I got my who be a grandfather, but I who be a great. But it's temporal. Pango, what I know back inside for 1 year. I'll nearly sign in our leave. Pango. Kwanu aboki Nigeria idiot. Dada chike deze mlelete. Dada chike deze popu ga kwesi dede Nnamdi Kanu owo. Jesus Christ. Ya ga isi na high tension and perish. United Nations ga where I have Biafra. See na United Nations. We must exist in the Committee of Nations. Ndị wela. No one. What is all that they lose? All that they lose na dede Jonathan. Ndị epu na wa. Eba poso pege baba na baba. Bịa gbapụ ndị Igbo ọkwanụ ndị Igbo eriri eri eze ebube dị nsọ lekwa ọfọṅụ kee na-akpọpụta mmanụ ya bịarụ chere tempụl nga gafe na anụmụ Chukwu kabe nwa Chineke abịa ga-asị nga akara gị nkalaba nụkwa eze obodo taa ya werekwa ala gị zere mmiri n'ala Igbo mana Eke mana Orie mana Afọ mana Nkwongo ya oje omenala ụmụ Chukwu okike ada ma ekekere ụwa niile ga-adịrị ọbahụ na-echigode nleleta Biafrans
Ndewo ezo ụmụọwa na ọkọnkọ ụmụọwa. Ndewo. Okay, Mazi Chinonso, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good morning, sir, from my place.
You're welcome.
Good morning from Ghana. Mazi Ndewo, I've been listening to your broadcast from 6 o'clock Ghana time because I used to wake up early.
Mazi, raise your voice. Your voice.
Yes, I said good morning. I said good morning from Ghana. I said good morning from Ghana. That I've been listening to your broadcast from 6 o'clock Ghana time in this side, and I always become enlightenment concerning what all the things you have been telling us concerning our struggle. And I want to say, may Chukwu Kabema bless you. Actually, I don't have much to say. I just wanted to drop information, and the information that I want to drop is if I can be able to get Mazi Nwachineke number, okay, foreign, is very, very important concerning my location in Biafra land, so I can be able to give him some intel that is happening in that place, so they can be able to know how to run in that side. That is my major concern because it's very, very important. That's why. So I don't know if I can call you after your broadcast. I don't know. You just give me time, then I will follow you up. I don't know. Or if you can send me his number, I can do that. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir. There, Mazi.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi Chinonso from Ghana. Thank you. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Nwachineke.
Mazi Obasi, can you hear me? You're welcome.
Mazi, I'm hearing you very,
All
very,
right.
very
Yeah,
clear.
go ahead. Just high your voice and I'm hearing you.
All right, great Biafrans. We are created by these missions. My name remains Mazi Obasi Ejike. I'm from Otokumako area, Enugu province. I decided where I am. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hamadike, one of Biafra land. Biafra is our religion. On this haro platform is where we worship. Eze Chukwu Biama, that God out that be with our fathers 1960, 70 when the evil world wanted to wipe them out of this planet. That is who we worship. Great Biafrans. You know, ask yourself, what do you want first before you know how to follow? You join what you don't know. Tell yourself, are you one Nigeria do you want to be free from them? You see, our people fail to understand something. Where is our leader? A leader of over 70 million people. Where is he? Who put him there? Because of what he is there, in there? Because of me and you. He is in there because he wants us to be free. He wants us to believe like other human race on this world. That is why he's still there. Please, my people, something is happening in our land. I noticed something and it happening to me. I was kidnapped, what they are called anti-kidnapping squad and the clacking squad. I don't know. But God have it. Because what I'm doing as a Chukwukabiama is there. Do you know what happened there? Somebody who I have small quarrel with he now go and collide. He wanted to jail me. That is what he mentioned. He said that I am an IPO member and I am a ESS commander, this and that. All those things happening within 12 hours.
Who said that? Akwonyi Igbo. Is it not an Igbo man?
Only Igbo, which I never dreamed.
That is what we are talking
brother
about.
came
As
there.
if he is free. Yeah.
My brother came there and asked me. I told you, look at the people that you wanted to die for. Why are you here now? Somebody say you are this, you are that, but you are fighting to die because of these people. That's why my brother told me in front of them. But you know what we are doing is ordained by God. That is why I ask everybody in Biafra land, whoever you are, stay clear from evil. Never allow evil to enter you. Don't look at what does not belong to you. Because what saved me is that people who are there, both police officers who knows me very well, said, no, this thing cannot happen. We know this guy from day one. We know his shop. We know how he operates. He never one day engaged in anything violence. Let them take the name that is in their headquarters. Know whether the name of this guy is there. The locomotion who happened there day before yesterday shows that, yes, there is Igbo people who know what is right and what is good. These people fought, said, yes, you can vote. If we want to do the normal police work, let us follow it in normal way. All of them fight, say no, this thing cannot happen. Whatever happens, I thank Chukwu God because I later believe because I have the money, I get small cash. Assuming not somebody who don't have 1 naira. Even if you sleep there, next morning, nobody will know where you are immediately. And that is what a policeman told me. So if I have the money they are mentioned, and my lawyer who told me, if you have the money, you better pay and leave them and go and continue what you are doing. Later, you people will settle it with those who tell them that you are this, you are that. My brothers, what am I saying this? Is for our people to understand something. Our people are dying because people are very wicked in our land. People are very envious that I don't know where Igbo people copy all those things from, but we will continue telling our people the truth, preaching why we want to be free. I ask our people, if you are Biafrans, ask your people, that place you have shop, have you seen a Fulani man coming to buy something from you? Have you seen any somebody or see within where you are living, see a Yoruba, Hausa or Fulani who are paying the same length that you are paying in your location? Ask yourself all those things. If you answer all those questions, you know that you are different from these people. You want to have your nation to build it in the way you will see to us. Our people are dying. Please, my people, I am begging everyone in Biafra land in particular. I know they are kidnapping because I saw 3 guys, which I know very, very well. Day before yesterday, I saw them, the way they are beaten, the way they are being machaded, the way, oh man, I shed tears, but no problem. That is why we are telling our people, you don't know who is who. Whether you are in abroad, he may be coming back, your brother, which you don't know, that he can tag you something, will tag you something that will kidnap you and kill you. What is happening in our life is not only Fulani people, it's our own people too. So great Biafrans, remember who you are. Our leader is in there because he wants us to be free from these people. We are dying, and this thing must stop. We must stand up and fight. Please support ESN. Don't engage yourself with any evil. Don't argue with the people you don't know. Don't ever, ever know what, don't ever thinking that you want to save somebody you don't know because you think that maybe he's an Igbo man, but in his own heart, he wanted to bring you out. Please, this thing, he wants to teach us a lesson. From all these people, inflate us all over the place, but we can never run away from them. We will defeat them. We will, as far as I enter them, yeah, they're beat, but I respond because you can't be beating me as I am a goat or I'm a criminal. I will be keeping quiet. I told them that if you want to shoot, you shoot. As far as people have already seen us together, where you people are, and the people said no, it's not true, and it's not true. That means it's not true. Only our hand. If our hands are clean, we will defeat the people and we must be free. As far as God will look on our face and give us a true leader like Mazi Nnamdi who said no to evil, who said he can never follow the evil politician to destroy this our land. We must be free. Support ESN. Train yourself hard. Don't remove fear from your eyes. Nobody will save us. Only us can save ourselves. That's the only thing I will tell my people. Wherever you are, make sure go back from our root. That our root where we start. The root one mean now is where we start. Go back and unite with your families and do the needful so that if something happen, they can know where you go and where to find you. Go back. Don't allow people to change their mind. We are moving forward and we must be free. Great Biafran, Udo Chukwu Okuka Abia Madrani, achọrọ m ka anyị the great to the last, to the end, until Biafra come. Our fathers have fought, failed,
Thank
but
you,
we
Mazi.
are going to restore our nation. Elohim bless all the good ones.
Thank you. Sorry for the betrayal. That's one of those things. An Igbo man went and called DSS for another Igbo man that is ESN commander, so that the DSS will kill an Igbo man who is not. You see, that is our problem. Sorry, brother. That's one of those things. That's why to restore Biafra has been so difficult. Just Inegbu inezi isi gị. Onye gị na ya dị na-achụ anụ, ọ pụtazi ọsị gị na ụkwụ gị dị ka ụkwụ anụ. Ka efe mere ya nothing. Useless envy, jealousy, and stupid elements in our brain. That's it. Let me go to Mazi Obasi Sunday. Can you hear me, Mazi? You wrap it up.
Loud and clear, yes. Thank you very much, Mazi.
You're welcome, brother.
Good morning, Biafra, and good morning to you, Mazi Nwachineke. In relation to the attack in Enugu community that you just read about this morning, I want to re-emphasize what I said yesterday, or add the same question I asked yesterday. As a man, as a family, as a mother of the home, as a father of the home, as the opera of the home, if the Fulani herdsmen, armed as always, attack your family, what are you going to do? I said it yesterday, I will repeat it. Forget about IPOB and Biafra. Let's say you don't believe in anything we are doing. Let's say you are Tinubu's PA, but you are living in Biafra land. Let's say you are the worst of slave. If you are a slave, maybe your children are not. If anything happened today and there are armed men at your gate, they jump your fence, they come into your compound, they say, I want your wife, I want your children, I want your daughters. Are you capable of defending them? If you are not, you are a disgrace to your family. Those people, those children that God has placed under your care, you have failed them and you have failed humanity. That is where I believe we should start. If every family head, every male in the family can guarantee the security of his own household, individual families, then Biafra land will be safe. We are warning all these things. We've been saying this on the radio, and some of you think that it hasn't gotten to you yet. There is a Ghanaian saying that if you hear that your brother's beard is on fire, you should fetch water and keep it beside you because it might get you yours. But our people think that this thing is too far away. In 2010, certain northerners were listed as those who imported arms, including rocket launchers, in 13 containers. Till today, beside the clearing agent that was arrested, none of them was arrested. Even the clearing agent today, there is no mention of his case anywhere till today. Since 2010, the military said, oh, it is the opposition who are trying to destabilize the country if they lose election. That was that was the story they told us. Meanwhile, these are core Islamists who imported these things. The people in that list, none of them were politicians. They swept it down. Today, the result of that importation of 2010 is what we keep saying, and they keep protecting their people. Our politicians will not protect you. Protect yourself. This thing, we can't overemphasize it. And to our communities who want to cause problem, even the places where there is no military presence, you cause problem and you resort back to inviting military into your community to be stationed there to give you some kind of false confidence, false security. You don't know that what you are doing is that you are exposing the nook and cranny of our community to the same people who seek your annihilation. If anything comes up in our community, handle it. Do not go ahead to invite these terrorists into our lands. Some of you or most of you are guilty of these things. The security of our land, the security of our parents, our mothers, our kids is paramount to whatever goal you want to achieve politically or whatever person you think you have the muscle or you have the information or you have the connection to deal with. Let's keep our homeland safe. And those of us who believe and understand what we are doing, let us do our best to support the ESN. Mazi Nwachineke, thank you very much. I don't have much to say today. This is a little I want to say.
Thank you very much, my dear brother Mazi Sunday Obasi. You have said it all. The best thing for us now is to equip men. That's all. That's all. Equip men. And as Mazi Desmond said before, is just to remind us, you go to the website www.ipob.org. That's the PayPal. One thing with the PayPal is that you can pay from any place you are. You can pay from any place you are with your credit cards. You just give the support to Eastern Security Network. It's true that they are attacking Enugu. That does not mean that men are down or men are not doing anything. You will be hearing some response, or you may not hear. That is it, because we are not. Our reaction is not going to be a social media reaction. Maybe kakora anya kaka say, hey, ana bambo. Okay, we're with the members. I'm going to join. If you want to be, if you believe in what we're doing, you be part of it. If you don't, you go and sit down. The DOS now is not for it's not for social media something. Men does things secretly. That is how it's been done. That is how matured men does their thing. So that is how it's going to be. On those areas, it will be responded. It's just that now our people is like only in a zone. That is it. If not, all these things are nothing. I tell you, it's nothing. It's nothing for men to clean it off. But it's just that in there I don't know. But we must continue. So things will be happening. Response will be coming and all those things. But please give the necessary support to men. Men are willing. Men, I tell you, men are willing. Men are willing. Men are willing. Men are willing and ready. Just give, all you need is just two things. The support drive will just tell two things: drop the money and support them spiritually. Maybe anything you believe, you are praying or you are whatever, you put them in prayers. That's the only two things we need from you. Go to PayPal, give the money, then support them spiritually. That is it. Men are willing, I tell you, and we will win. Nothing will stop Biafra restoration. I'll tell you the gospel truth. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast as we bring it to an end at this moment. Continue to connect to Radio Biafra. This is your own radio station. This is where we tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Nobody is being paid for what we are doing. It's just like you give your money to support, and the people you give money to support give their life, because as things are happening, one or two will fall. You see, the same way we volunteer, we do what we are doing freely. Anybody doing it just to make things is not a freedom fighter. So you believe in what we are doing, support, be part of it, and you see Biafra will be restored. Remove this useless element they have injected in us. A brother is just reporting how he was being betrayed at this time, because that was what is happening in the rural areas, in the villages. If you have problem with somebody, you go and report them to a bag and say he's a member of ESN and all those things. They just kill your brother, and Fulani will come tomorrow and come and kill you. Just look at it. Look at, we are talking of Enugu now. Fulani is the one doing it. But don't be surprised, within that village, somebody and somebody have been fighting, and he will go and report to police, say this person is IPOB or this, and they'll come and kill his brother, and Fulani will come and kill him. All this Iberibe, all this Iberibe in us, we need to change it. We need to clean it up. Let suffering change us. But this time now, you are more positioned to what to eat, not to have sense from there. Please, let's change from all those wickedness. Something in your land. Use it for the freedom of your people. In a police connection, why not use it for security? And go and tell the DSS that there is Fulani in your village, than to go and tell them that your brother is Fulani. Dispute erupts from left and right. On a set lawyer within the family there, or within the kindred, or the chosen in a bigger way. All those things are evil. It will not work. We must stop it. But if you refuse to stop, aka anyị kparakwa gị ụwa ya ma mekwe gị ebere ka gwa gị the gospel truth. One, because betrayal and sabotage are very dangerous in what we are doing. You see, betrayal, you see, sabotage in this struggle, all the very, very dangerous. Don't condole it. Don't give it a chance, a single chance. Because when it happens, you are gone. Everything is finished. Somebody betrayed our campaign, and everybody they are wiped off. Everybody they are wiped off. Betrayal and sabotage in such a struggle. So it's either you remove your hand, but I can't baragi. I can't get better. I can't get better now. Stop evil. Stop evil. Let's fight this thing together, Igbo people. Let's fight this thing together and free ourselves. And stop allowing the enemy to come into us and be deciding for us. Very, very important. It's very common among the poor people. Very common among the poor people. All right, as we wrap it up with a word of prayers. Father, we thank you, we give you praise, we worship you, Lord, we adore thee. We glorify your name because you are the Most High. Take glory, Almighty God. May all glory, honor, adoration, and adulation be ascribed unto thee because you are Lord God Jehovah. Blessed be your holy name. We thank you for everything. We bless your holy name. Be thou exalted, Lord. Be thou exalted. Father, most especially, we'll lift your servant, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Lord, we pray, Abba Father, that you, O Lord, will protect your servant. You will strengthen him, and you will bring him out of the hands of the enemy, and you will restore Biafra under his watch. Father, to the glory of your name, O Lord. You called him for this, O Lord. You prepared him, O Lord. Abba Father, you never abandon any project with your people, and you will not abandon our leader. You will fulfill what you started in his life. Biafra will be restored by your grace and under his watch to the glory of your name, Lord. As we continue to pray with Psalm 82, God standeth in the congregation of the mighty, he judgeth among the gods. How long will he judge unjustly and accept the person of the wicked? Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the prince. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all the nation. As we continue to pray that you are his shepherd, he shall not want. You makes him lie down in green pastures. You listen beside the still water. You restore it his soul. You guide him part of your righteousness for your name's sake. Yea, though he walks through the valley of shadow of death, he fears no evil. For you are with him, your rod and your staff, they comfort him. You prepare a table before him. In the presence of his enemy, you anoint his head with oil. His cup runneth over. For surely your goodness and mercy shall follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all the days of his life, and he will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Father, we thank you for the Eastern Security Network. We thank you for the DOS. We thank you for IPOB all over the world. We thank you for our land. We thank you for everything. We say, hallowed be thy name. Be thou exalted, O Lord. Take glory, Almighty God. Take glory, Abba Father. Blessed be your holy name. Daddy will make this prayer in the beautiful name of your beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. And I leave you with this word. The Bible says, rejoice not over me, O my enemy. Though I have fallen, I will rise again. Though I sit in darkness, but the Lord is my light. Micah chapter 7, verse 8. Shalom.
The true goddess. Cascades on it. Biafra.